Okay, in this video we're going to be checking out a new motor from Racerstar. It's the 2205 2300 kV, and this is definitely in the budget class. It's I guess a total redesign of their 2205 motor from their previous generation, and the one I had on this drone right here was this one. This was this red 2205, and this one happened to be a 2600 kV motor. So this was their previous design. This motor has been sold on their site for a long time, probably more than a year. I've had this on my QAV clone for a while. This was the original motor on this one. I've had many flights on this motor, on this drone. And what I've done in this video to test the design is I swapped out the old motor here for the new one, as you can see. And they sell this in a set of 5. I think it's about $42. It comes out to about $8.50 a motor. The old design here was, I think, at regular price is $7.99 or $8 a motor. But you know, it's a total redesign. Obviously, I think they've changed a few things. Like it's kind of interesting that this thing weighs a little bit less. This one comes in at 28 grams without the prop nut. Comes with a hollow shaft and thinner motor wires here. Of course, they're shorter here because I've cut them. This one, the new one, comes in at 31 grams without the prop nut, but there is no hollow shaft on this one. The shaft here is solid. It looks like it's solid all the way through, although maybe there possibly could be some other material there. I'm not sure. I think it's a solid shaft all the way through, and you have the C-clip on the bottom. The C-clip on the new motor is bigger than the old motor, and it protrudes from the bottom, unlike the old motor where it's recessed. The hole pattern is the same. It's like the 16 by 19 hole pattern. Obviously, they've changed the design so that you can see the windings on the new one versus the old one. You can barely see the windings on the old one. You can barely see what the magnets look like and how that's constructed. It looks like they're flat, pretty budget motor, style here. Nothing too extraordinary here. The bearings were okay on this one. They weren't super smooth. They were fairly smooth on the old one. The bearings on the new one are actually smoother. At least they feel smoother to me. So it's an improvement. I think that they probably went with a different vendor on their bearings, and they do sound really smooth in the air as well. And the magnets here are totally different on this one. See, they're kind of a bigger, thicker magnet, but they're still flat. Same kind of windings, the multi-stranded winding. Obviously a different, I guess, different way of doing it. Obviously, I think the way the magnets are oriented or arranged on this are different because of the kV. Now, what's interesting is that the old motor is 2600 kV. The new motor here is 2300 kV. I've heard stories that the old motor here, 2600 kV, is actually closer to 2300 kV. So I actually felt that the new motor had more power than the old, the red one here. So interesting that they went to this new design, and I think that even though it's 2300 kV in number, I think this actually has more power, even though the kV is lower than on the old motor at a higher kV. So, and it's a little bit heavier. So I think obviously the designs, they've changed it such that the motor is actually probably more efficient and more powerful. And you'll see the 2 flight demos. I'm going to do a flight demo with the old motor here. You'll see that first, and then you'll see another flight demo with the new motor. And basically, my conclusion is I think that it's more efficient. So I thought the flight time was a little better, and I thought at the same time it also had more power. So you can be the judge of that yourself as to which one you think is correct or not, based on the 2 flights that you'll see. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, but that's what I think. And for the cost of the motor, instead of 5 at $42 or about $8.50 a motor, this is a pretty good deal for a budget motor. I thought it had decent power, ran pretty smooth. Now, of course, can't speak to durability or how well it crashes. I mean, the design is pretty not really that remarkable compared to a lot of high-end motors out there right now that are running in the $20 to $25 range. Obviously, it doesn't have the open bottom design. The top is very open. Of course, that's going to be covered by the props. That's probably not going to be that big of an issue. But yeah, I think for the price, this is definitely, if you're looking to build a budget build, this motor is one you want to definitely check out. I will have another video later on the other set of motors I have from the same series. It's the 2207. I think it's a 2400 kV motor, but that'll be another video. And if you have any questions about that motor for that video, let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, I'll go ahead and show you both flight demos from both of the motors. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Okay, so this is going to be the performance of the older 2205 2600 kV Racerstar motor. We'll compare this one to the newer one in the next segment. I haven't flown this motor in quite a while. Just running the default tune on the latest beta flight. It's a little loose on the roll axis. This is about what I expected for what I remember. This motor's been on this particular frame a long time, probably more than a year. I haven't flown this one in several months. Not sure if this current meter is accurate or not. Just going by off the settings off the Fox Ear board. The F405. So I think it might be accurate. 500 milliamps and still 15 volts. Getting pushed around by the wind a little. It's pretty windy right now. So this performance of this motor is about what I expect. And I believe a set of 4 of these is like $35, so pretty cheap motor. I think they still sell these too. It's a good enough demo. I'm over 4 minutes. Probably going to get at least a 6-minute flight on this 1500 milliamp hour battery. I'm a little over 1000 milliamps. I think the current sensor is accurate. Okay, so this is going to be the second flight with the new motors on. Everything else is the same, just swapped out the motors. Now, these motors feel like they have a little bit more power than the 2600 kV motors, interestingly enough. Obviously, totally different change in architecture. They feel really nice on these PIDs. Same PIDs as before. Haven't done any tuning at all. Same props. These motors are definitely smoother on the bench. I think they've got some pretty good bearings in them compared to the older generation Racerstar motors. And not a lot of prop wash. Pretty smooth. I'm trying to get the prop wash to come out, but it's not really happening. I like these motors a lot better than the red ones that were on here before, the original older generation. Obviously, a lot has improved in about a year or so, and they still sell the old motor for about $8, but this one I think is a better deal. It's a little bit more than $8. It's about $8.50 or $8.60. Yeah, this motor is way better than the older motor, for sure. Even though the kV is only 2300 kV, I feel like it has really good power for 2300 kV. And very good control. Okay, about halfway through the battery, actually a little bit more. Let's try another full speed pass here. Pretty good power. Let's try one more. Yeah, no oscillations at all. Very smooth motor. I like it a lot. I'm really impressed for what you get here for $8.50. For a budget motor, this is not bad at all. I've yet to try the DOS motors. I'll be trying those soon. I guess they're like $10. I've heard some good things about those motors as well. And I'm approaching a 4-minute flight time on this. Pretty nice. Hope it could go even longer. Still trying to get prop wash to come out. Handling very well. I'm really impressed with this motor. Very, very impressed with this motor. You can probably see the results for yourself. Compare this flight to the one you just saw earlier on the old motor. Same exact setup, same prop, same battery, everything's the same. Just did a motor swap, and these are the results. And actually, could probably go even longer. 14.4 volts on this battery. 5 minutes of flight time, but I'm going to kill it here. I'm pretty sure you can get a 6-minute flight time on this, easy. The efficiency of this motor is also impressive. I think it's even better than the other motor. So yeah, high marks all around for this one. Definitely, you guys should check this one out. If you're looking for a budget motor, you want to spend less than $10 on a motor, this one is definitely one you want to check out for sure.